The angels on the line. The angels on the line. The angels on the line.
Good people, good people. Good people, good people. Good people, good people. Good people, good people. Woo-wee! Good people, good people. What's going on, y'all? This is Angel with the Angels Online, and we are here to do a bonus episode. I got my guests in front of me. I got Dr. Kara online, and of course, we all know Dr. Kara gonna get on when he get on.
No, I'm here.
Oh, here he is. There he is. Okay, say no more, doctor. Say no more, doctor. And you know what? We're going to start with you, doctor, online, and tell us, the episode is Mind Over Muscle, but tell us how you connect with this, Dr. Carl. What do you do? What's your profession?
So I literally just found out just now that it's mind over muscle, but it's good because I have both mind and muscle. I am
Okay,
a clinical psychologist specializing in social and emotional disorder, specifically diagnosing them. Not athletic in any way, unfortunately, but I'm here to do what I can do.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for being here, just traveling from Ohio. Mr. President of Urban League, you got the juice. Urban League Young Professionals, you out here. I'm going to go with my left over here. Mr. Mike, this is Mike. You guys, give your name, boss. Tell them who you are. What's up?
My name is Mike Gerdine. I'm a entrepreneur, community activist, I guess you could say.
Advocate for the kids, everything.
Advocate, not activist.
Come on.
I ain't protesting.
There it is.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Okay. All right. I appreciate that, doctor. I am athletic, unlike the doctor. So I'm just playing. But I'm here to talk about that mental health. It's big in our community.
You're also a coach, right?
I am. I'm a coach.
Mentor, father.
Yeah.
Whole nine.
What else you got on that list? No,
Don't worry about it. Hey, you got the juice. I don't leave nobody out now. I got to tell how great the people are.
I appreciate that.
We're going to roll next, sir. Who we got? Talk to me.
You got Will Franklin, U City head football coach, a community activist, as you say.
Absolutely.
That's pretty much it.
Mentor the whole nine.
He's selling it short too.
And I'm a
the legendary Will Franklin.
The legendary Will Franklin, ex NFL player, Mizzou college football player.
Entrepreneur, business owner.
Yeah. Because the kids hear it and they want to see you. Representation matters very much so. So thank you for being here, Will. Yeah. We got action. Who we got next to you? Go ahead, young man.
James Harris. I go to Live for Life. I'm in high school, currently a senior.
Mind over muscle. How this relate to you? You play sports? What you do? Talk to me.
I play basketball.
Okay.
Go
ahead. Big game. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Don't be shy, baby. Be great. You do something.
Yeah. I referee. What else I do?
You work?
What sport you referee?
I referee basketball.
Okay.
I referee basketball.
And you work alongside an organization?
Yeah, the organization is Big Game Officials.
Okay.
It's like a youth program for people that want to referee.
That want to pursue their dreams of refereeing and doing that. That's good. And you get paid for doing what you do.
You get paid for it.
You got to talk about it, baby.
You get paid for doing training too. Also,
there you go. Good. The reason why I say that is because
even more.
Yeah, because kids might want to know about that and they don't know about it. They don't even know it exists. You found it somehow, so share that information. You know what I mean?
One day, it was me and my cousin. We was playing in Center St. Louis, and we seen a little flyer on to take referee classes, and you get paid for it. We like, we just go to the classes, get the money, not knowing how much it can help.
Yep.
And there you go.
It's just been a journey ever since. Like it helped me a lot especially with the game of basketball. It like slows it down. it slowed down the game of basketball.
There you go.
It helped me understand it more.
Come on,
It's really like a cheat code, honestly.
There you go.
Tight.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Let the people. Don't be shy, baby. Thank you. Thank you.
There's also a career field that it's a shortage in right now. But it's so lucrative, and for guys who want to stay around the game, what better way to stay around the game than around the stripes? Yeah. You know, I try to tell young guys that often who don't want to get into coaching, but you love the game, get into reffing.
Yeah.
And they pay excellent, man. You can look up, man. We have some guys here in St. Louis that have coached national championship games, Super Bowls. Like, they are everyday people. And you'll see them, you'll be like, nah, but those who know, we know, like, oh, man, coach is reffed in the NFL. You know what I mean? Like, you reffing Big Ten games. And, you know, so it's an excellent career path for those who don't want to get into coaching or don't want to get into sports medicine, that you can go into reffing.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you. See, we need that.
Yeah.
Then we got to talk to me, young man. Now you don't have me, because Will got me. They got me working for them. So tell us who you are, sir. Come on.
All right. I'm Christopher Farrar. I'm an actor, a high school baseball player, and I also have my own non-for-profit.
You all right?
Non-for-profit. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Where you live? Tell me something. Where you live?
I live in Los Angeles, California. I moved there when I was like around 7 years old to like pursue acting and all that. And then I've just been there ever since, and it's been going pretty well. It's been going good.
Tell the people what your latest movie is, man.
G20 with Viola Davis, Anthony Anderson, Marsai Martin. Yeah, it's on Prime Video, so that's where you.
That's what I'm talking about. You better tell them to go watch it, huh?
Yeah.
You better tell them to watch
it.
Big things, man. Come on. You've been on my favorite show, the Chicago series, Chicago 1, baby. That's my look here. Man. That's Augie. Y'all got me messed up. I was watching. I said, look at nephew on that. That's Augie. We're playing. Good. And y'all know I'm Angel. The Angel's Online, and I'm here connecting youth and adults in open dialogue, discussing real-life circumstances, situations, and y'all know the kids usually choose my topics, and sometimes utilizing social media and just everyday conversation with adults and everybody and kids. I come up with other topics or whatever that I know will benefit the community somehow. It's not about me. It's literally about giving back. And so these young people, which is why I made sure everybody talked about who they were, because somebody out here is trying to be like you, trying to get the information, just any and everything. So we want to spread that out. We don't want to hide it. We want to let it be exposed and let people see how great you guys are. Right. And that's why I picked you guys to come on the episode and come on today, as well as Dr. Kara, because we need that that clinical side of it as well, because it's mental health, mind over muscle, especially with males, because it's really not talked about, or sometimes it's looked down upon, but we're going to talk more about that as we go. So I'm going to start with Mike, and I'm going to ask you, what is mental health to you? Doesn't have to be elaborate. You know, how does it apply to you, or what do you feel about mental health before we get into all the extra dialogue that helps us answering all these questions?
I think mental health is just really kind of understanding what works for you and what you need to function at a high level. I think it also is understanding boundaries and just like different, I guess, I don't want to say regulations, but like different, I guess different routines, different things that
like things that's like best for you.
Exactly. Like, just kind of, what works for you, what makes you tick, what kind of things kind of trigger you. Maybe, if you're anxious, running late or something, you got to be 30 minutes ahead of time, or just certain things, just little
to help you protect your mental.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then just understanding that it's okay to be vulnerable at times.
Come on.
It's okay to feel weak. It's okay to feel, angry, upset. Like, it's okay to go through all the emotions and know that at the end of the day, you're gonna be fine. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be okay. Whatever storm you're going through is not gonna last. Like, it's just creating a space where, like I said, you can be the best version of yourself.
Yeah,
Come on, I love that.
You just gotta trust the process.
Come on, talk to me. You want to answer next? Go ahead.
What I think it is like it's very important. It's definitely very important for you, not just for you, but it affects people around you.
Come on.
Like, it depends the way you act, how you talk to people. It's a lot. It's a lot that goes into mental health.
That's right. Thank you, James. Mr. Will, how do you feel about? Talk to me about mental health a little bit, on your perspective, your opinion.
I would say it's a little bit of both of what both these young people are saying. For me, it's be willing to dive into the side of you that you don't know yet, right? The uncomfortability area of you, of being self-aware, right? To understand the things that you're going through, you have to identify those things. So,
Correct.
when you're talking about working on your mental health, it's sometimes literally just looking at yourself in the mirror and then taking what you see through the good, the bad, the ugly, and coming up with a plan of how do you address those things, right? And you do those things a lot of time in alone space, right? It's usually not a lot of people you turn to because you don't know that you're actually going through something mental, right? And so that's when everyone like, don't keep it in. Well, we don't know how to channel that out yet, right? So
Come on.
that's self-awareness and understanding like, hey, man, maybe I do need to get some help. So I always think when you're talking about mental health is first identifying what or you're trying to help. Because if you don't know what you're trying to help, you're just going to keep looking at yourself and just thinking you're okay. We're going to walk out the door and continue to put it on and you're carrying things that may be from you're 5 years old and you 45, right? So
some trauma. You add some.
I would say the first step of understanding what is mental health to you. Because it's different for everyone.
That's yes, sir. You got it.
Yeah, I think mental health is definitely really important because, and I also think it's really important, like what he was saying, to find that like strength in that time of vulnerability, and also to like have somebody you can talk to about it. Don't keep it in because that's just going to eat you up. And also, if it's easy, it's not worth it. So just to try and remember, that's what I try to do. Remember, if it's easy or it's not a struggle. I mean, it's not really worth it. Like if there's problems and hardships and ups and downs, that's how you know it's worth it what you're doing, and just to keep going and keep pursuing whatever you're doing.
Come on, baby. I hear you, Chris. Talk to me. Dr. Kara.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, y'all don't need me. Y'all don't need me here. These young men got it figured out already. It's 40 and 50-year-olds who don't even have that grasp of understanding the internal aspect. And to add on to what the other gentleman said, it is about understanding, but a key part in understanding is the honesty part. Like understanding that something is wrong and being honest to admit like, hey, this is not right. This is not okay. Like we like to say, hey, it's just how I am. It might be messed up, but that's just how I am. It is what it is. But no, it's not. It doesn't have to be that way, right? You don't have to like settle for the stuff that causes you angst and anxiety and stress. Because, first realizing that it is that, understanding and being honest, and then trying to decide or figure out a path to correcting whatever that issue is, whether it's an unresolved trauma, right? Or some more difficult and more traumatic stuff that needs to be worked through. So I think understanding first, being honest about, being honest and then having the desire to change, and then finding people to help you execute that change.
I agree.
Yeah. There's no wrong answer whatsoever, y'all. Like
he said what I said, just professional though.
Hey, listen, that's why I say y'all need me, man. Y'all need me.
There you go. Mike's starting already. Y'all know we have a good time on Angels Online, baby. We always have a good time. So Mike, you played high school sports, right?
Right.
You played in college too, right?
No.
But you played football though.
I attempted to walk on to Tennessee State. And that it just was college football is not for the weak, and
it's an honest answer.
You find out if you really love that sport in college. I tell all my kids, high school football is the last time it's pure, and college is a business. Yep. Your performance basically is like somebody's job depending on your performance. Yep. So how you feel, like this really going to mental health. How you feel that day, your girlfriend broke up with you, that doesn't matter. It don't matter.
Come on.
Go get out on here and produce.
That's
you
it.
You ain't gonna produce? I gotta ask somebody else. Sit down. And you still want to do that? I tell you what, go on home and then figure it out.
To attest to you to that point, I remember my freshman year in college. The receivers had a bad day in practice, and our receiver coach got chewed out in the staff meeting. So he came to the meeting room. He was just like, you guys got to get this stuff together because little Sarah got to go to college. And we like, what? He's just like,
my
we
daughter.
don't get our stuff together. His daughter is not going to go to college. You know what I mean? And like that, like for me as a I'm an 18-year-old kid at the time. It's like, what does that mean, right? I didn't understand what he meant until I became a father in college. And it's just like, oh.
It's real.
Nah, you got to come perform. You got to show up.
It's going to cost you.
You know what I mean? Because someone's job is affected by your dedication or your non-commitment to it. You know what I mean? They got to make a decision for you to either stay around or get you away so they can find someone that's going to do that job. You know what I mean? So that there is when he's saying that high school is the last pure level of joy of sports, especially now. So
especially now.
Yeah, especially now.
Goes with what y'all saying as far as, when you talk about little Sarah got to go to school and people's jobs being on the lines.
Absolutely.
And you mentioned they go with mental health because you're going to mentally take your behind home.
Not for real.
Because somebody out here, it could be a James or a Chris, who are willing to put their asses on the line
for me
and
as
play
a coach.
for me as a coach because they have no other outlet. They have nothing to turn to when they go home.
That's it.
So when you want to sit here and play and you want to do this or whatever and think, oh, I got this and somebody out here, there's a lot of players out here willing to try and if we fast forward to today with AAU and people, this money, how much things cost, you got a lot of people getting overlooked only because they don't have the money, and they're probably the best that can go out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
so
that there is just because this all ties into the subject that we're talking about with the mental health. It also starts something mental for college athletes.
Yep.
Right? It starts our depression because we don't know it's a business. We going into it as just like
high school. Oh, I just went.
Like we kids. Right?
I gotta get good grades.
Hey, I'm a first generation kid, family. I can't call home ask nobody how it is to go to class. Right? So I'm trying to figure all this stuff out. Right? So when you're hearing something like that and you don't really understand and someone's consistently on you about your grades or the classroom because it's a payday for him to make sure that you're doing your job, but also it can push us in another direction. And I've seen teammates not make it through college because that pressure and that amount of stress that's getting placed on you for someone's job is not talked about, right? And so here we are today, and we're talking about athletes are getting paid going into college now. You walking through the doors at 1099, so you have to perform at a different level than what I did, right? So what we're talking about now on mental health is just the tip of the iceberg of what's going to happen in the next 10 years.
So I have a question, a follow-up question to that. What needs to happen at the high school level to prepare those young people that's going into the situation? Because I agree with you. It's like it's not only a sort of culture shock, but it's also it's also deeper than that. Going from it's two different worlds completely, right? So what can they do at the high school level, both at the school level and with regards to parents and to kind of prepare those kids for that? Because in a lot of situations, those parents don't have that bandwidth or that knowledge of the university atmosphere to be able to teach. So what needs to happen to do that?
Because you mentioned first generation.
Yeah. For just recently, I was on a phone call with a head coach of a power forward school. I'm not going to mention her name. I was trying to help get a young man that I know into another situation, right?
Yeah.
And so we were talking about he's a kid that's coming from the portal, and we all when you know someone, you just try to do what you can do best to get a kid in a situation. And he was explaining to me, he was just like, well, the situation that we're going into right now in college sports with every kid becoming a 1099 is freshmen that are coming out of high school, they're now giving them basically a 2-year window to either perform and learn this college game in 2 years, or we got to go in another direction, right? And so I'm sitting back there, I'm like, wow, like, when did this start coming about? And it's actually in real time as we're talking right now. These are the changes that's been going on in NCAA. I was like, I know high school coaches don't know this stuff. Like, you're telling me something, I'm sitting over here just like, wow. And all I can say to him is like, we got to prepare the kids to understand that they're a business now. Like, you have to perform from a freshman in high school now has to start learning how to carry yourself as an actual 1099. You're an actual business. You're a partner into this partnership that you're going to sign when you're going to this university versus a student, right? So that means that you're the business commodity, right? You can add value to something that already is $1 billion business, or you can get moved around and shuffled around, lost in the shuffle. And so how do we do that? I don't have an answer for it because I just got word of this information. And I've been trying to process it all week on how do I coach these young men and their families, because it's no longer just about him. Right? If I have a kid that can possibly be a power forward kid, like I have to start preparing that young man and his family on all the things that's going to come with running a business, right? So I have to lean on friends and things right now that's been entrepreneurs probably longer just to educate myself even more on how to prepare this young man to run his business, which is his name.
Yep. That's it.
I mean,
right?
That creates like a different concern, man, because
I don't know how to answer that right now in real time, right? Because I just got this information within this week, and it's just like, you know how many kids we know?
So imagine how many kids whose
across
families
the country
are not,
that don't know this.
I mean, who are just not educated, whose sports is what they're leaning on, right? Their parents aren't educated on a lot. Here, I'm sitting with an entrepreneur here. I'm sitting with an entrepreneur over there.
It's funny we talk about this because this is actually something I'm navigating through, and I'm trying to figure out. I gotta say, stop trying, because trying to have an intent to fail. I'm actively figuring out where I can create a lane for myself and help people and also help myself, monetize it. But one thing, like Will said, we lean on each other. So one thing that we do in our program, we call our program a college readiness program. So we gonna love on you. It's gonna be pure. It's a family. It's high school. But we are going to prepare you for the next level. When you leave our program, you're going to be ready for college. What does that mean? We have talked about it. You are an asset. Everything in life is assets and liabilities.
That's
either you add value or you take it away. It's no in between. Either you help us or you hurt us. Right? So you have to make yourself an asset in every aspect. So how you speak, you know what I mean? Your relationships with people. Good things happen to good people. Good people.
Yeah, come on.
Right? So being a good person is
what I teach kids. Asset
or
liability. What are you?
Integrity, character, right?
Yes.
The foundation has to be laid. Now, if you God-given and you got that natural ability, you know what I mean? Now we can talk about, your ceiling and where you can go next level. But the reality of the situation is, without that foundation, without that good character, good integrity, good discipline, like if we don't have
honesty,
it's nothing to talk about.
Yep.
Like it's nothing to talk about.
Because you become a problem in my organization that it's a business and that I'm working on.
Yeah, and I can't
like them coaches and everything else. So, Dr. Carr, that was a good question. I couldn't even get in my questions. Go
ahead. You all forecast seeing like some high school kids who play like the sport as a passion and a passion only, and then they get into that atmosphere? Do you see where the passion could change to where that added pressure would change how they view the game?
Every day.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Talent is not what separates the guys in college.
And that's happening at the high school level. Right? It's because high school is becoming such big business now. Like, because you are a business, so you have to know where you're going for your business, right? And those are the decisions that we have to inform the parents now, right? It's not coming out of 8th grade and having time to waste on switching high school 2-3 times anymore, right? Because you need the exposure, you need the education on what you're going into and what you're trying to strive for. So the commitment on you alone has to change. Right? It's how many days a week you're working out. How are you eating? How are you sleeping? If this is really what you're talking about doing now.
All that
so
everything's evaluated.
It's no longer like the wait time. So again, how do we educate these parents when, again, I'm one of few high school coaches. Like, I know I'm not the only one talking to college coaches often. Like, it's probably just now from the store whispering around the country. But that's a big change that's going to happen. And all I see is depression.
Correct. And that was what my line of question was going.
That's all I see.
I can literally see
is depression.
Those numbers increasing
going
like
to
dramatically, quickly.
Oh yeah.
Hurt black young man. And if we don't have conversation on what is your true identity, right? Not the sport. Like, what is your true identity? Like, what do you really like? I don't care if it is gaming. That means I can get you into cybersecurity, right?
You see, you moving ahead, baby. Look here. Come on. Come on.
You know, man,
What I asked you today?
Just being honest, like
yes.
we can't coach the kids just on the sport. Like we got to coach the business now.
This
like,
it.
Because it kind of goes from like
everything,
passion to
you
product.
know?
You go from doing it as a hobby and your passion. Now you're the product.
And then us right now, we would be so far set behind if we don't talk about. I always call it one A and A1, right? We still A, no B's.
Mm-hmm.
No B's. You have to work at the same time on both career paths, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Chris is working on his career path in
Mm-hmm.
both, right? He's still following his love of basketball, baseball. But his priorities right now is acting, right?
Mm-hmm. And school.
In school, right?
That's 3. He got
that's nonstop commitment,
mm-hmm.
right? And if you want to do it at the highest level, that's again. If this is what you really want to do, you ain't gonna have a adult life like most young adults,
mm-hmm.
right?
Correct.
You're gonna be lonely often, right?
You ain't got time for that.
I just talked to one of my nephews last night. I was talking to LJ last night, and I say, man, if this is really what you want to do, like these next 4 months, you have to forget anything that you thought a normal teenager was supposed to do, because we have to get you all the resources that you need, and that's gonna come with your time.
And this kid
and your work.
And this kid, he talking about, this a pro. Okay? Make no mistake about it. Yep. This is a professional baseball player. Yep. He gonna be a pro.
Yep.
And it's just really about, it's not a if, it's when.
It's when.
And it's just about preparing him for when that number gets caught. And his uncle was drafted to the NFL. Yep. His other uncle was drafted to the NFL. You know what I mean? So it's a pedigree. His daddy probably been in the NFL if he didn't get hurt.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, now it's here. You know what I mean? And you take it from everybody's mistakes. We see, all right, well, we did this wrong. We got to do this here. We did this wrong. We got to do this here. And now when it's his time, we going to maximize.
You're going to be ready.
Yeah. But you have to have these conversations with the parents, right? Mm-hmm. Before we even got to me and him, me and his dad had to have the conversation, right? Like, the parents have to be informed, and they have to be able to help make the decision for their child, because the child is only chasing a dream.
Correct.
But we got to make sure that their dream considered with everything.
With reality at the same time. It's got to be.
It has to be, right?
Because you going to walk out of here at some point.
All I see.
We ain't going to, LJ ain't going to have nobody there.
All I see is depression.
You got to do it.
All I see is depression, right? So let's make sure we're doing everything the best way we can, because the depression rate is going to go up, man. Especially with the way that we live through social media.
Yeah, it has
20 and 30,000 followers, especially for those people who you getting 20,000 likes, and then you go from getting 20,000 likes as an athlete, and you're no longer the star in college anymore. You getting 100 likes, and that depression, that social recognition,
social anxiety will go.
Yeah.
That'll drive you
nuts.
nuts.
Especially if it's like you say, they'll give you their first 2 years or whatever you say, and they don't prove themselves, and then
they throw you out to the wolves.
Now you feeling like you ain't worth it.
Now you feel like you ain't ish. You know what I'm saying?
Not good enough.
Depression.
And that's what it comes to.
At the end of it, it's gonna turn to depression.
So I'm gonna move over to the kids, right? How many of a father present? Father present for you?
Yeah.
Father present for you?
No, but someone.
You have somebody, right? But father's not present, right? Because that goes with it or whatever. Because I'm gonna go to them afterwards. Are you able to express your emotions or feelings with the individual that your dad and the man that's in your
Damn, I wish Mike was
there.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why. Go ahead, James. Go ahead.
Yeah, we have conversations all the time about college, about what I want to do after high school.
Oh no. Stay with me. Stay with me.
Just
expression, emotions.
Life,
yeah, emotions. See, there's a purpose for me asking this, because yeah, we could talk about sports. Yeah, we could talk about, you know what I'm saying? But can you have that intimate conversation about how you're feeling? You know what I'm saying? Like how your emotions are, being able to express yourself. And I'm not saying, just about girls or whatever, but we'll just mention how, not getting those likes, or just all those small, intricate things that really need to be paid attention to. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Are you able to have those conversations, sit down and say, you know what, hey, you might say, hey, Dad, I'm going to shut the door. Lately I've been feeling da-da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? Right. And I ask that because in my profession and dealing with youth for so long, you have fathers who be like, man, you soft. No, you can't be up. No, we ain't talking about that. We ain't doing da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You see little boys' moms get slapped by their dads. You know what I'm saying? And it's real life. I'm a realist all the time, right? So my question is, are you able to express your emotions and feelings with him? Or is there anything that you would love to tell them that maybe this episode and talking to these men will give you some confidence to talk about?
Yes, because I think the more we hung out, the more he understand me, especially like with me though, like I love the game of basketball. Like I love basketball. Like so he seen like where I used to go to career academy where I wasn't playing a lot. Like he seen like my recent mood. At first, I wasn't trying to open up. I wasn't trying to like. At first, I was like, in my head, I'm like, I just gotta just keep working, and I just couldn't. I couldn't figure it out, and I'm just like, I don't know what it is, and I got to a point where
did you get down on yourself?
Yeah, got down on myself. I start to lose that confidence. Like, is this something maybe I should be doing? Like, should I like leave, stop playing basketball? Maybe like that's what coach he was saying. Like, it brings
the exact
out,
feeling.
yeah.
It brought out the not depression all the way, but you started leaning towards that way, and that's what he was talking about. And that's why I wanted to ask that, because I wanted y'all to, as kids, y'all to chime in. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry you felt that way or whatever, but this right here is just affirmations. You know what I mean? It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. It's competition, man. I played in the Jayhawk conference, which was the #1 conference in the nation, in JUCO. As a freshman. You know what I'm saying? I thought to myself, shoot, I'm 5 foot. I ain't growing no dang on more. I should have just went to run track. But I had scholarships all over. But then I was like, hell, I like going to school just to go to school, because I had all sides, like he said, as far as the smarts and everything else. I wasn't looking to go to, you know what I'm saying? I knew I wasn't grown. I could be strong all day, but I also knew I was a nerd and I wanted to be in the criminal justice system. And I had a 4.0, right? And I took 21 credit hours my freshman year of college, my second semester, because with the dean signing off, because I knew I wasn't coming back here with nothing.
Right.
Okay? What was there going to be for me? I was a first generation college student. You know what I'm saying? Who I'm finna call, and who my mama don't know nothing about nothing. You know what I'm saying? She ain't go to school.
Exactly.
But every kid, not me. Every kid, you know what I'm saying? I knew I had to grind and practice and everything else. And then I had breathing and health issues and was in the hospital and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm finna just go to school for school. You know what I mean? When opportunities come, they come. So you're not by yourself. And here I'm sitting here at getting ready to be 39, which means it happens in the past. It happens to other people. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I bring kids on and whatever. So don't beat yourself up. Don't get down. We just here to tell you that it's other people out here thinking just like you. I was one, you know what I'm saying, in college, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, what I'm going to do? Barely can breathe, okay? Listen. So thank you so much for sharing that and being open and honest about that. And I'm glad you got somebody that you could talk to about that, and keep striving. But I asked you in the car when I went and picked you up, what are your grades? What's your plan? You know what I'm saying? Because everything that he was just saying, I was just talking to you about in the car. And one of my things in my nonprofit, I focus on life skills, college and scholarship guidance. I said, we could apply for some schools. You know what I'm saying? You can go to school for school. It's okay. And you can ref. Right? You can start off be a college ref. Why? Because you already been in a program and they've been training you. Because I know who the people that
pro.
That's
Be a pro.
And the people that ref are big time refs that are coaching you. My friends, you know what I'm saying? E-Money, Erica Smith, that's who we working with.
Right.
Jackie and them, you know what I'm saying? So you have guidance and you have resources, okay? So don't give up on that. Chris, I want to know about you, your father. I mean, because you got multiple things going on right now, and I appreciate you being here, come flying in from LA. Go ahead.
But yeah, mental health is definitely like a big thing in my household. My father, I'm able to talk to him about that. Not just my father, my mom too. Like recently, they just brought me this course. This guy, he played in the MLB for like 10 years, I think, but he has like an online course where you can like talk to him, call him, and like it's like works on your swing also, but it's also like the mental side of baseball. And during the high school season, I was kind of like struggling with, like, I thought it was just I was struggling with my skills, but it was really the mental side, because I knew I could do it, but I just like got in my head and kept going over and over, and it just kept rolling over on each other and became like a big snowball. But Yeah, the mental course, it was basically like just telling me to have like these keywords like lock in, to like forget that last like the error you just made, and like it's a new play, get on this new play. But yeah, I talked to my parents about that, and that's kind of how they like help that and fix it. Well, I don't want to say fix it because there's still going to be struggles, but yeah, I'm definitely able to like talk to my parents about like my mental health, how I'm feeling about things, and then they give me resources and they help me themselves. If they don't know something like what they did, they find somebody who can help me to with stuff like that. So yeah,
that's huge. And you mentioned something, and I'm gonna bring it because it'll be everybody. But as you two as fathers, how's being both a dad and a coach challenge your approach to the emotional needs? You know, I don't know. You have a daughter, right?
I have daughters, yeah.
They play sports.
Yes, I have a volleyball and I had a lacrosse.
Mm-hmm.
So and then now
Totally different.
Yeah. Girl dad. But being a coach, right? So I've been a parent since I was 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So learning how to parent have taught me how to be a better coach. Because you have to understand the emotions of an athlete, right? I knew the competitor side, I knew the fiery side as a competitor, right? That's what got me there. But I always wanted to know what made the best coaches the best coaches. And one thing that stood out with those guys is the relationship they have with their players. And the relationship most coaches that are successful, like your Nick Sabans and those guys, Bill Belichick's of the world, they actually have their relationship beyond the game.
Gino,
right?
UConn,
So
I love him.
it's really being the one-on-ones with the guys and knowing what's dear to going on in their lives. And so my approach has always been like, how can I build better players, right? From the leadership standpoint, mental side, right? I know every kid that I go to coach is not going to make it to that supreme level, right? But that doesn't mean we can't be a professional, right? So I identify like, hey, what are your career likes, right? I need to know that early on because if I can help you push you become a good trade, you know what I mean, into a trade to like a ranking or you want to flip into something else. And so that has helped me parenting wise with my own daughter as she starts to become a young adult and she's right now going into her sophomore year at Mizzou and she's trying to figure out her life. Me coaching all these years and helping guys figure out has made my parenting a little bit easier because I've been around a culture. I worked in college for 4 years where I dealt with young adults from 18 to 24 years old. I worked in high school where I've been around 15 to 14, 15-year-olds to 18-year-olds, right? So I've always been in the window of learning what goes on with those transitions, right? So for me, the parenting side has been a little less challenging other than learning how to be a parent every day. But the coaching aspect, the emotional side of it, I think I've been able to take both of those and use both of the examples from a parent on being the gentle side and understanding like, yeah, you can show some tough love, but hey, I need you to do X, Y, and Z. And I use that same kind of thing on a player side. Hey, I can be gentle and firm as you need me to, but also demand a certain thing out of you to make you a better person, right?
Like you're a parent all around.
All around,
because
right? So
some kids don't have that.
It has helped me. And that's truly what it is at a lot of coaches. A lot of us wear those hats, right? So again, you're a parent 24 more than you are anything else in this world, and those are some of the gifts that I commend guys who do these things for the right reasons because you spend more time helping someone else's kid. You know what I'm saying? More so sometimes than your own, right? So,
I'm gonna let Mike chime in.
I've been blessed to where my kids never felt the neglect of that, right?
Good.
Because I always kept my kids around the sport, which is why I get up at 4 a.m. every morning right now, and my two sport girls, they get up and go to practice with me so they can go work out, right?
Yes,
so
they
have always been around the sport, so they see the commitment to it and the dedication to it, and they also want to make a name for themselves also, right? So it's been a good balance for me to be able to use both to help me in both areas, right? The coaching helped me become a better parent and understanding my daughter and her transition, and then the general side that I had to learn from having girls early on to how to deal with young men right now who are dealing with a lot of emotional discomfort, right? A lot of guys don't know how to deal with the emotions that come, and you got different household, different circumstances.
100%.
So I have to be able to have the gentle side, but also the firm side for those young men.
And they have to see that gentle side so they could learn to, you know what I'm saying, understand it as well. Like you said, they're not getting it at home. And I'm saying it because I see it left and right. These boys ain't getting it. Yeah. And that's the point of this episode.
And what's crazy,
Thank you.
We all want it.
Yeah,
we all want someone to hold us accountable.
Thank you.
I don't think it's not a man that walks the earth that doesn't want someone to hold them accountable, because we want to all. It ain't
always got to be a woman either, man.
We want to succeed.
It's we all want to succeed, right? And so when we can have someone that has a firm, loving grip on us, it makes things work better. It makes it worthy, right?
Makes the grind worth
right?
It.
So that's, and again, I know what me and my friends or what we're doing in the community, because you can see the relationship our kids have with us, and it goes beyond and beyond it, and they try to come back, and now they're preaching it on. Like, we have players now that are coaching, right? You know
like the one you just mentioned earlier. For him,
his head coach is a kid that played for me. You know what I mean? And I know the passion and the love that he have, and we're talking about kids that he's coaching right now that are adult, like, and they're getting all the things and these foundational things that we have been given to them since they was 8, 9 years old. You know,
it just it also speaks to, like, it's the unintentional discipline. So, like, you know, whereas you get up and you do your thing, and you got, you know, these kids that who aren't technically yours, but you will fill a gap for, and then they'll translate to your daughters, like, unintentionally. They see that, and then that's why they're up with you early in the morning. So that's huge, my man. That's so dope. That's so dope.
I really wish Mikey was here.
Me too.
Because
that's my baby. Come on, man. I'm tell him about it.
It's crazy because I feel like, wow, I do feel like I did a good job with my son. Everybody say, oh, man, you did a great job with Mikey. I feel like I hurt him in some ways because coaching him, I never really took the coach off. And sometimes he needed dad, and dad wasn't there. Coach was there. And I feel like it hurt our relationship a little bit, as far as like these last couple years, I really couldn't coach him. Like, I coached him, I was his coach, but I really couldn't coach him. You know what I mean? I had to let somebody else do that because we just, you know, we clashed so much. And I feel like a lot of that is the things that I instilled those things in him. You know, it don't matter who it is, you don't have to accept it. You can question everything.
I see.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, in certain aspects, yes, I do want you to, but then, you know, I'm not gonna tell you nothing wrong. You know what I mean? And it's just like finding that balance. And I feel like Mikey's a kid that is finding his way. We gonna drop him off Saturday to go to Langston. You know what I mean? He had, from his freshman year to his senior year, he went to 3 different high schools. He's had all type of trauma he's dealt with outside of school. He's had you know, situations where his grades have been up, grades have been down, just typical teenager things, trying to figure things out. And I feel like, you know, the journey, the process, everything, sports, all tied into that. You know what I mean? When he struggled, he could tap back into, you know, he 8 years old and, you know, he crying every day at practice, and it's hard for him to do stuff. It's like, listen, this life gonna be hard. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta tap into some of them things when you was younger. And I feel like, you know, young men and their fathers go through things. I know I went through it with my dad, and you know, we kind of clashed. But as you get older, you understand and you appreciate the tough love that was given. Yep. So I feel like we at a point now where he's starting to see certain things. Like, I definitely have eased up a lot. Like, I was really on him, and I eased up, and I feel like it's kind of bringing us a little closer together now, because it's like, now he like, you know what? I see what you was talking about, and I should have did this.
Let him figure it out.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta let him up his head. And I just feel like, you know, sports play a big part in parenting, as far as you being a coach. Like Will said, you're not just a coach. You know, you wear multiple hats. So there's a lot of kids on my team that don't have fathers. You know what I mean? They don't have that positive male role model. So for them, I'm that guy. And one of the things that, Mikey would have to attest to this, but I feel like I did a good job in not making Mikey feel like he had to share his dad with everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I always like if I had kids over, I'm like, you cool with them coming, or you don't want them to come over tonight. You just want it to be us. Like so, anytime I had kids spend a night off the team or anything, I checked with him. I made sure he was cool with it because I didn't want him to feel like he got to share his space or share his dad in times when he didn't want to.
Yeah.
And at the same time, understanding that some of these kids don't have
nobody. Yeah.
So
that's a big thing.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just a fine balance. But I think it worked out. I really would like to hear his answer on that though. So
It's funny.
Don't worry.
I
gotta call him and edit it in.
Go ahead, Donte.
I taught a class this past weekend, and Ron, this is kind of where that post came from. I posted Saturday.
Okay.
We like to use society has tried to teach us or allow us to believe that you need to find this work-life balance. This that doesn't exist. The word balance is a setup. What I think we need to especially people who occupy two similar places, personally and professionally, like in y'all's cases as coaches to young
and
people,
dads.
And also have being a dad and parent. Is to replace balance with harmony, right? The two things can operate at the same time. And you don't need to try to, because it's all a decision. It's a choice, right? So getting to a place where your coaching abilities and responsibilities can work well with your parenting responsibilities. And to your point, my man who just spoke, it's making the kid feel like you're not the same person, in both spaces, because their role is not the same in both spaces. They're not your son on the field and off the field. They're your son at home and, one of your players at the thing. So occupying the two spaces and allowing those two spaces to work in harmony. I also dealt with that, with this kid that I'm raising. I don't know how to not be a doctor or whatever. So he be telling me what's going on, and I'm trying to, run him through an evaluation. And he's and that just makes him shut down. Bro, I'm not coming to you for that.
Yeah.
I'm
just be my dad.
Correct, what I'm going through, and I'm
be my godfather. Come on, help me. I don't know what you talking about.
This, man. These new kids will check you, which is weird. Bro, chill. I'm like, excuse me, but you know what? He's right though. That's not even
absolutely right. Yeah, yeah.
That's not even the vibe right now. I'm like, okay, you know what? I apologize. Go off. Let's start all over. Because you don't want, they don't want to feel like they sharing the role with you. I'm not. That's not why they're there, so to speak. So I mean, that's kind of the takeaway from that. But that's super cool though.
I love it. And that's why I want to reiterate and go back to why I have these 3 men on here, because y'all are kids. You know what I mean? Don't take that away. Don't let nobody take that away from you. Okay, you're able to make mistakes. You're able to do all those things, but at least we're prepping you for later on. And that's what literally my job was when I transitioned from Texas Juvenile Justice Department, probation, parole, from criminal justice system, because you get tired of handcuffing, you get tired of, writing these letters, you getting tired of seeing kids dead that you just had a conversation with 3 days ago. I can count on hands, Miss Ramsey, Officer Ramsey, you know what I mean? You just get tired of seeing, and it goes to what they just said. These kids ain't got no father at home. These kids don't have these. I mean, I live far away on purpose. You know what I mean? You pull up at a store and the kid's like, I'll watch your car. Come on, man. Why are you outside of the store? You know what I mean? But I don't ask that. I'd be like, all right, baby, I appreciate you. You know what I mean? I'm not going to put them down because I don't even know where emotionally they are and what they're going through. I know where they been, and you know what I'm saying? But that's why they respect me, because I never judged them. Because their daddy ain't Will. Their daddy ain't Dr. Carter. Their daddy ain't Mike. You know what I'm saying? Their daddy ain't my godfather. You know what I'm saying? Over here saving lives, and you know what I mean? So when you look at things like that, it puts it in perspective for you, And I'm a human being. My dad was in prison till I was 15. I can count on my hand how many games or track meets he came to. And I've been a star athlete since I was 11 years old. With all my friends, the same group of people. You know what I mean? Matthew, Dick, everything. But hey, you don't let your circumstances become a negative product of your circumstances. So I wanted to bring that out. Chris, I'm gonna ask you something. Whether it's a game, a person, or a personal failure, what is a loss that changed the way you think about life? Any of them?
Well, there's no particular loss, I would say, but just acting in general, there's so many auditions that I went out for that I didn't get.
Come on, that's what I mean. Go ahead.
I mean, there's just so many times I failed, and I don't know, it just taught me how to accept failure for baseball, because baseball is a sport where if you do good 3 out of 10 times, you're a major leaguer and you're doing good. So it just helped me accept failure and like not look at not even failure, not look at it as failure,
Not getting
but
accepted.
a lesson.
You probably did the best you could, but it's the dog eat dog. Somebody came in and that particular role,
right,
James was better at, or he fit the description. It might even not be how you did the audition. You too dark skinned. Right. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you can't. He wear glasses. I don't know. I mean, he got a little bit more muscle. You know what I'm saying? So he could play that role. You know, so you think about and that was my thing, a personal failure. So go ahead. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it was just not look at it as a failure or a loss, but to look at it as a lesson, and that just changed my whole like mindset. So go your hardest every time. If you don't succeed this time, that's a lesson. Now you know what you need to do better, or if you can't do anything better, now you know like how to do that and how to go about things.
Navigate it.
Yeah, that's just one thing that changed my mindset.
Okay.
About things.
Thank you, James. What about you? What's a loss? Whether a game, a personal, or a personal failure? Anything that changed how you think about life?
Yes. Actually, what I say, my chapter now, like, I'm at the stage where I'm at a new beginning, new school, new coach, new everything. So it's up to me. Like I got new everything, whole fresh start. It's just up to me what I'm gonna do, like how I'm gonna step up to the expectations, because it's all right in front of me. It's just up to me.
And remember, you can only do the best you can. Right. Don't beat yourself up. You understand? Just keep grinding.
Can I
ask something? Hold on. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on, Donte. Go ahead, Chris.
Like how you were saying, like, because that is true, like with acting, like you might just be too dark so you're not tall enough. But so that also taught me, like, just to be the best you and just be in competition with the man in the mirror, not in competition with the next guy. Of course, there's going to be, you got to be competitive, but the final goal is to be better than you were yesterday. So that's another thing that just changed my whole mindset and like how I think about things.
You think I could be an actress? What you think?
Of course,
I feel like I need to go in there and shut it down as somebody thing, and somebody gonna see me.
Do that.
All right, because I'm working on it. I'm going to come to LA. Well, I've been working. I told Ashley, I told your mom I'm coming out there. She was like, come on, you need to go in. Look here, give me some time, all right? I'm going to put on the blaze. I'm going to go in. I'm going to see what they need. I'm going to say, good people. And see, you know, say how they accept me, you know, that's all. Okay, go ahead, Dr. Kara. My bad.
Now I was just going to ask the two gentlemen, do they struggle with imposter syndrome?
The kids. You have to explain it to the kids.
That's a good one.
My bad. So imposter syndrome is simply just feeling like, you know, you're inadequate, but, you know, or you like, you know, you're not as good as you think you are, or, you know, want to be, despite having proof that you got skills, that you've been successful in many games or areas. So like just walking into a room and seeing other people thinking, oh my God, I don't belong here.
I mean, there's never been a moment where like I walked in the room and didn't think I didn't belong or didn't think I was like the best, I want to say. But yeah, during the season there was a time where I struggled like with like, I don't know, I was just like not playing well, and I don't know if this is considered imposter syndrome, but I wasn't playing well and I did like doubt my skills a little bit, but in my head I still like thought like I could do it, but I like had a little doubt in the back of my head.
Yeah, same as well.
Okay.
Sports,
so you know, this is unique because he asked the imposter syndrome, and I think, and Will, you definitely, I know you could attest to this. Like, I think going to college, you see so many people struggle with trying to figure out who they are, and people go to college like where you are, and you're going to your senior year, you got a clean slate. People go out to college and try to reinvent themselves, right? So whatever they felt like they should have been or they wanted to be in high school, they go try to do it in college. And one of the things that I struggle with was like what I say now, like putting blinders on, like running my race, not looking at other people. Because I felt like people were getting things or they were further in their life than I was. And I'm like, well, you know, when we were sophomores, I was smarter than him, or, you know, I was better than him in football, and now he playing college football. Like, or he didn't even play in high school, and now he playing college football, and I ain't playing college football. And it's one of those things where, for me, it's like you said, balance is a trap word. It's really just trying to find what works for you as far as just a being an even keel, because I think one of the things we really struggle with is understanding what's for you is for you. So whatever is
Absolutely.
supposed to be for you is not gonna miss you. And if it didn't happen, it's not your time. It wasn't meant for you to have it right there. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people look at things with a pessimistic attitude, or glass half empty. I look at it half full, and every loss is not really a loss; it's a lesson. Mm-hmm. What can you learn from it? And I'm not Will Franklin. You know what I mean? I'm not an NFL player. It was never meant for me to be an NFL player. You know what I mean? But everything that's for me in my life is going to be for me. And I'm perfectly okay with that.
Come on.
I'm perfectly okay with it. Like you spoke on being the best version of yourself. Only thing that I can control is being the best Michael Gerdine Jr. I can be. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's enough other people out there in the world, and I'm not trying to be nobody else. Yeah. I'm going to be me, and that's what it's going to be.
Yeah. And I love that you just said that, because it goes back what you just said, all the movies you didn't get to play in, or the shows, whatever you didn't get, right? It's crazy, because I've asked kids if they watched G20, right? Or if they knew who Viola Davis was, and they didn't know. Mm-hmm. But when you came in here and we talked about G20, we told you, like, that's huge. Mm-hmm. You understand me? Mm-hmm. I remember when Viola first started, she was an Antoine Fisher, and they paid her like $500 or something like that, $500 to play her role, to be the crackhead mama that Antoine Fisher had, right? And now you get to star alongside Viola Davis. So he said, what's for you is for you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm convinced that you're going to be Black Panther one day, but that's it. I'm here for it. Will, do you want to add to any? I just want you to know that. You know what I'm saying? Keep that mindset. I don't care if you get denied 10, that one that you get going to be huge. Yeah. You just spent time in Africa for over 3 months performing with Anthony Anderson and all these people. And we remember when Anthony Anderson came out. Mm-hmm. Biggest day, just acting a fool. Mm-hmm. Right? And now he played his son. But next time you play in a movie like that and you got to be soft like that, I'm going to report them. Because you was soft as all get out on G20. You a snitch. Anywho, Will, you want to add? Dang. He was a snitch in the movie.
I think, for me, I think any successful person has had those moments. Mm-hmm. Because those are the moments that you sit back and reflect. I tell people all the time that I only played 2 years of high school sports. I played my sophomore year, my senior year. I transferred from Beaumont to Vashon. I was in Ellsworth my junior year. And I really only had 1 year of everything. But I never missed a day of practice the year I was in Ellsworth, whether it was football, basketball, or track.
Speak on that.
And so I was just, took my daughter to get this. She sent me some TikTok thing. It was like, Dad, let's try this place. And it was melt and dip. And as I was there, I got a phone call. It was like, it's some old coaches from PHL at the park. And I went there, and it was a few of my old high school coaches. And that was a dark time in my life when I transferred. I was a kid that wanted to do something better for myself. Mm-hmm. And I had to leave a familiar situation, which was my friends, my family, and to go over into a place where I knew it was something that I was missing. It was discipline. I knew I had the athletic ability, but I didn't have the coaching discipline around me that was able to tame me and my attitude. And so I get over to Vashon, and I met Coach Ernst, and I met those men around Vashon High School. And those men really shaped and got me together in a sense of discipline and knowing what you want out of these things, right? Mm-hmm. And so I practice every day doing football season, every day doing basketball season, every day doing track. And when I got to my senior year and people were looking around like, oh, man, he having a good year, like, I worked quietly for every opportunity I got that senior year. Right, and I was awarded an opportunity to go to University of Missouri with a scholarship, and I went and played as a true freshman. But I played as a true freshman when I was sitting down that year, not playing, and I prepared myself. I went and I got my grades academically together. I didn't want no blemishes on why I couldn't go to school.
Mm-hmm.
And so when people be like, oh man, I didn't know you only played that amount of years. Yeah, I didn't. But when you go through those identity and you don't know which way to go, it's on you. Like, you got to find if this really what you want to do. And Mike said it, when you get to college, like, that's not an easy place to go. Right? But it takes a particular person on to face his own self and say, this is what I want, because I can't grow up or I can't go back to the circumstances that I grew up in.
That's what I said. I
And
wasn't coming back, baby.
Fear for me, like, I can't go back home.
Well, what you going home to?
You know, so for me, I've had those moments, and it has still been a driving force for me, because there's still things that I strive for in self-identity that I don't want to go back to, or how I want to be perceived, right? You know what I mean? Like, I'm working on another level of prestige that I want to be viewed as, right? So it's still growing and maturing and still looking at yourself in the mirror, like, it's things you got to continue to correct, right? Because none of us, like, we don't have it. Like, I'm listening to Mike say, I wish there was some things I could have done during my time as a coach really with my son, but there's no manuscript to that. Right?
That's it.
You know what I mean? He's figured that out, and it's almost like, damn. But I know what this last month before you send your first child off to school feels like.
Yep, you done did it. Yeah.
It's almost like a cringing feeling, because it's like, I gave everything for 18 years to this kid, and it's about to go off and figure out on his own, right? But I'm still trying to figure out how to be a dad.
And navigate through that.
And navigate through
Progress
that,
is a
right?
process,
So
and it never
parents,
stops,
right?
man.
You know what I mean? As parents, and we talking about mental health, like, as parents, when you start to realize those things, some of those things are hard to swallow. Right? It's hard to look back and look at all those years, and you thought you were doing it right, and then some things you got right, some things you got wrong, just like, did I prepare them? Right? So as a coach, and I'm telling you, as a coach and as a parent, I've been able to use the both to see, have I been able to prepare my daughter for what's to come, because I'm not going to be able to be there. Right? He's going to drop his son off at school. That's an 8-hour trip. Right? Now he got to figure out, what do I like to do for myself? What is really joyous moments for me?
But check this out. You got to keep going with the kids, because times keep changing.
Right?
So whether it's the NIL,
has to keep going.
You know, whatever they trying to do, the NIL and change that. Because back then, college players wasn't getting paid. We wouldn't know 1099. And look at all the things that's changing. As the world changing, and you sending your kids out there, I might be sending some mentees or whatever. James is senior, you know what I'm saying?
So when I learned at the University of Missouri, when I was the player director of player development, I would tell every parent, don't stop parenting your kids.
That's it. You can't.
See, I watch parents.
Gotta keep up.
Just get
I was able to prepare myself for when my daughter went off to school. I watched parents, you know, we'd be so happy that our kids go off to school, and then we get them off, and we assume that this college is going to do the parenting stuff that the high school did. You know, your child is on his own, right? So you have to, or you think you was like, I did my job. I got my kid off to school. No, your job is about to start for real.
Yeah. Because reality finna hit.
Your child is about to be a young adult, and it's going, you know what I mean? Now they're going to accumulate some bills on their own.
These
look here.
So you have to keep parenting, right? And so I that was able for, as rocky as that first year was for me and my daughter going off to school, I was kind of prepared, because I watched families come in year in, year out, and I was just like, hey, don't stop parenting them. College is not high school where you have a bunch of people around that's going to help, in a sense, to shape your child. In college, you better learn independency. You know, so as I hear you, you know what I mean? Like, I know where you are, you know what I mean? But, you know, we phone calls.
I got it, man.
You know, support always.
You know, it's crazy you say that, because I've had 21-year-olds reporting to me, Officer Rand. I'm like, where your parents?
It's never stopped.
As soon as they turn,
never stop.
But you have those individuals out here, and we see them all the time, whether it's on the streets or want to go out and kick it at the club or something like that. And it's like, they think because their kid turned 18, it's over.
It's over, yep.
But that's not, the age is just a number, because we look at 27, 29-year-olds right now who don't have their shit figured out.
You know what?
40 years old, who don't.
Not to cut you off, you know, one of the toughest things as parents that struggle with that is, you got to learn to start accepting that their kid has a life.
Correct.
And so you got to accept when your kid wants to stay out longer than what you expected, or
Oh my God.
they may not want to eat that meal that you done slaved all day for, and they like, oh, I eat outside. Like, it's a struggle, right? And which is why, you know what I'm saying, I tell a lot of my parents that I coach right now, learn to relearn your child every day.
That's it. Keep talking to them.
Just
Hey,
learn
so,
to relearn, because
you know, what have you
y'all
learned
are
lately?
growing every
Yeah.
day, right? Right? We prepared to come here for this
And we ain't had social media back
conversation,
then, just
right?
to let you know.
You know what I mean? But we didn't know what was coming out of this conversation. So no one knows what today's comes about, right? We can plan our days and all this good stuff, but no one knows what comes from what. So I've chosen over these last 5 years to learn to relearn everything and everyone every day.
Yeah.
Because everyone is changing every day.
Every day.
Right? And that
Exposed
helps
to
me,
something new.
That helps me not take what I thought before about a person.
Correct.
Right?
Man.
It keeps judgmental down, right? Because I got to relearn you. So as a coach, every day as I'm teaching you something new, I'm relearning something new about you because I'm educating you.
100%.
Right? And so I take that same thing into me praying to my daughters. Like, shoot, when they walk in the house, my daughter works at a summer job right now. She come out like, how's your day? Like, what's going on? Like,
What you do? What you learn? You know something else? I learned that I like this and this and this. And guess what? You better do. You better remember
how she reacted to, like, what? And she had a bad day at work. Like, let me see how she react now. Because she's an adult. She's not my little baby that I may think her as, right? You know what I mean? You're a young adult, so it's not, I got to see who she is.
And she's becoming of herself.
That has helped me both learning through both working at one point when I'm working between 18 and 22-year-old kids, 23-year-old kids, and then going back and I'm working between 14 and 18-year-old kids. I've been able to see the window of change that has helped me become somewhat of a decent father. Obviously, I'm decent, but
you all right? Come on now.
I work hard at it.
Yes, sir.
Of trying to just understand it's always a new them.
That's
Man,
it.
but how do you digest that though? And this is this, I don't want to take it that direct because I'm struggling with this too. I got this boy that I'm raising, and he got a car now, and all of a sudden he got these friends. I'm like, nigga, sir. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we hit a passion point. Come on, baby, talk to it.
It's like you used to hang out. You used to want to hang out all the time and do all the things. Now you got these other friends, and I don't know how they say you Paul.
Nope.
Talk to him, Mike. Talk to him, Mike.
Man,
yep.
and the crazy part about that is like, so my son 18. He feel like he got the game and gone with it, right? He think he know everything. And I just think about, I really do a good job of giving him grace, I think, because at 16, I thought I knew everything. At 18, I knew everything. At 21, oh my God, come on, I know. 25, and then every time, like, I hit a milestone, it's like, I ain't know shit.
Correct.
I ain't know. Listen, I've tried every get rich quick scheme. Listen, if it was in 2005, I thought I was gonna be a millionaire and have a helicopter selling Tahitian noni juice. Okay, listen. Every little Ponzi scheme, any little get rich quick. Listen. I told my daddy, I'm like, Daddy, we finna get rich. Listen, I just need you to give me $1,400. He like, what? I'm like, don't worry about it. I go in my savings. I got it. Like, it's really one of them things where like you live and you learn, man. And then I have I'm so grateful that I have people around me that have shown me grace, that have been there for me to just let me bump my head and not let me fall too far. And it's just really one of them things where like you constantly growing. You never gonna stop growing, or you shouldn't want to ever stop growing. Right. Always keep striving to be a better version of yourself, and you can never stop getting better. You know what I mean? To the ain't no time left on the clock.
To your point, that's the same thing our children are going through.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So that's for me. When I started to realize that, and again, it was 5 years ago during COVID. I'm just sitting over here like, because I'm seeing the kids that day in the house. It's COVID. Like, I'm just like, they acting different.
Totally different kids.
Every day, like.
Totally different kid.
And I started thinking about depression, like, oh, is it because they in the house all the time now? Like, but I started to see a change, right? And it started to make me even look at everyone around me, just like, oh man, like none of us is the same every day.
COVID, all these COVID babies.
I was
something
weird.
in the world happens, something that alternates, something that either you learn.
Everybody's socially awkward.
Right? I would just pay attention because I was essential at the criminal justice system when we didn't stop nothing. Yeah. The mayor give us the thing. We got one on the car and stuff. We drive. Yeah. My days went by, but I was looking and
The
You
world
know, I
changing.
study
Everybody
people,
changing.
and I just pay attention to everybody, and I'm like, all the thing that's like on the technology episode that I did, and it's like, oh, technology wasn't needed. And I said, pause. People would have went crazy if Dr. Kara wasn't able to see his clients.
Oh man,
you got people who lost jobs,
who
lost businesses. People change. My cousin died out of nowhere. Like you see, like you just said, like people were just. Everybody was changing, like they was whether some of them it was great for them.
COVID
to find
the world.
us. Some of them trying to
change the world.
But if people don't dissect it and really look at it like we might have looked at it or whatnot, then
I was afraid of going back into depression myself.
There you go.
So
that before you say that, I got a question. Does this go with because it was going to be for you? What's a silent struggle you've carried that most people would not guess if they stared at you? Because you just gave us that example of, the 2 years that you played, ineligibility, never missing a practice, playing all 3 sports.
That's
right. That's huge. And so it really brought me to that question. And I wanted to start with you because you're the oldest at the table. You like 60. So I wanted to y'all know they just are like, I ain't no good. I just playing. So my thing, what's the silent struggle you've carried that most people would never guess by looking at you?
Being the first one. I was the first of the family to go to college. I was the first of my friends to be successful. I've been a lot of first amongst a lot of people around. And so being in that place of loneliness has always been a struggle because, people view you from the outside like, oh, he just get it all right. Like he does it right. And he's
man.
I was the first to get married out of my friends. First to own a house and cars and, God blessed me with a lot of things early on. And it was a lonely place.
Because ain't nobody else there.
Yep.
We don't know.
You got it right. You know what I mean? Like they sitting right amongst me, right? But how do you express that? I didn't know how to express those things. So I'm fighting a silent battle for years without even knowing, but I gotta show up, right? So I got a screensaver.
Because everybody looking at you, right? Because you was the first.
Me, right? So you go from I tell you when I went from being pretty much a 22, 23-year-old kid in college to being the head of a household, of a family, an entire family, where everyone's like, you got the answers, like, and anything you say is like, it's the right thing, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So you got...
Because you ain't had nobody to show you. You the first one.
Everybody in the city, like...
You see, again, you go from a college kid and you ask for Western Union to you able to afford to do some other things. And again, I feel for athletes and young entertainers often because that's such a lonely place when you it's pressure.
Yeah, it's like a target on you.
Right.
You gotta live up to the expectations.
It's. I want to do something that everybody's doing, but I can't. Right. Yeah. So it's I'd rather go hide in the house and
come on.
Do a lot of little things by yourself,
you
right?
Can't just come to the law.
It took a while for me to even, be okay. When I was going through my depression, I didn't leave the house for 2 years. Like I took my kids to school and went right back in the house. I didn't leave my neighborhood outside of that. Like, which like it's a real realization. Like everyone's looking at you to be perfect, and you still trying to figure out. And I'm a dad at the time. Again, you go from a kid asking for $40 in Western Union to you can take care of some things, and that silent battle and having to show up and everyone expecting you to be who they expect you to be, right? That went on for years, and no one like it. People that watch this probably would be looking at me like, "Damn, I didn't know that either," because I never shared this. So yeah,
whew.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
It's a
and
hard
it's crazy.
Place, man. Like I watch kids get drafted every year in sports, and I'm like, damn, that kid life is changing in a different way than what other people thinking about money. I'm thinking about his mental or her mental.
And that's me actually with Amar, right? because I sent him random text message, baby boy, keep practicing. Somebody out here better keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Focus on your mental. You know, when he came here and we had the little private thing for him, I gave him a book, made sure he had one of my books or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn how pretty you are, I don't care who you got drafted by. Protect your mental is what I told him. You know what I mean? I just try to make sure I can show up when I can. I gotta go.
But it's really allowing help around you to help you with that though.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I didn't know that there was people around me that could have help, but
I mean, we talking about years ago though. So
but it's still going on today.
Yeah. Oh
right?
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
still,
Oh
it's
yeah.
still young guys. These young
They
men.
They don't have
we
nobody.
don't really know their struggles right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We can talk and we can give them the resources around them, but do they know inside like, can I trust this person to talk to?
Right. That's why I deal with him so close, because I don't want him to feel like that.
It's not so much that it's not around. It's just like with men specifically, like that there is one thing that's hard to give up when you already see betrayal. Right? When you see betrayal already, it's hard to just be like, can I trust this man? Right? So Mike shows vulnerability all the time in front of his player. So all his players don't mind coming to coach when they got a one-on-one minute and expressing like, hey, coach, I'm struggling at home with this.
Right. Yep.
Why is that?
Crucial.
Because coach showed, hey,
he
man,
vulnerable too.
Hey, man.
Give me a hug. He give his players hug them
It's
kids,
a real
man.
love. And again, my friends, we coach that way because that's all we ever wanted as players, right? We give back this way because all we want is just someone can believe in us. That's why I don't care about what career path you go to.
That's what this is about.
Because I'm giving you a little love.
Thank you for saying that. That's why I do what I do.
So look,
because it's what I didn't have.
To piggyback, and I'll be real brief with the piggyback when he said everything that he going through in sports, like, and just as men growing up, we're conditioned to believe that, nah, shake it off.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We tough.
I said it
tough.
earlier.
You tough, ain't you? You gonna be all right.
Well, y'all be moving
and
together.
then let me tell you, with mental health, we got a group chat, and we don't like. We got one where it's playful, but then we got one where it's just only message you see is, "Hey, y'all good?
Y'all good?
Do anybody need anything from me?"
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's just a real
check with me.
It's a brotherhood.
Yep.
And it's like, bro, y'all good? Anybody need anything from me?
I'm gonna fire them. I'm gonna put them out of the studio right now because, see, I know what I do. I know I do it for a living, baby, and that's why I got these individuals on here. That was I had questions around that, and I want them to say it so y'all can see whatever. So that way, when you go back to LA or when you start you said you having a fresh start. See, I'm listening when y'all speaking, right? Yeah. These are grown men right here who are telling you these things. As a woman, you could probably assume that women do it as well, but it's not everywhere. I have a group chat though with like Speedy, with my best friends and whatnot, and we can have those conversations. But a lot of women cannot have those conversations. I don't look at it as man, women, or whatever, because I have friends in all areas. I knew he probably had that. Right? You know the people that you surround yourself and the type of dialogue that me and him might have in the hallway. I know what I'm looking at. There are a lot of people who cannot have these conversations, y'all. Who cannot sit in a room, who are not vulnerable. Me and Dr. Kara, we'll go to dinner somewhere in Clayton or anywhere, me, him, and my wife, and we'll sit down and we'll talk about we'll talk about all type of stuff. What's going on, family stuff, and how he mentioned first generation, because this is my podcast, so I'm vulnerable all day, right? And I said my father was in prison till I was 15, right? But he mentioned first generation and having nobody to talk to. So I dealt with that. Yep. Because it was my cousin who is, like, she graduated in 97. 13 years before me, right? So she was already gone. So that was the first person that I knew, because I grew up with my mom's side. I recently just found out my dad's side, my family in Mississippi, cousin's a mayor. They all got PhDs, because I'm like, where does this come from? I'm just like them, look like them and everything. That's where it comes from. Superintendents, the whole nine. I just met them at 36. After my great grandmother passed, Martha's Angels, that's Martha, right? But on my mom's side, who I grew up with, it was her. Then it was Terry, y'all. Then it was me. So who I have You don't have, and then everyone's like, oh, Angel got a degree. Oh, she got her undergrad. She got her master's. Oh, she played basketball. Oh, she's living in the Virgin Islands. You know what I'm saying? It's like we do one thing wrong. God forbid one thing wrong. It's a problem. One little thing wrong, it's a problem.
Every obstacle and every odd, that's what's missing.
Yep.
I mean, it's really so unfortunate.
Because you're the unicorn of your family.
Through that. I've been
the unicorn.
So when he was, I really feel it.
It's
I really feel what he was saying.
Who
like,
wears the hat, wears the crown.
Heavy is the head.
Heavy is the head.
Yeah.
Like that. That's a real thing when you're doing something before groups of people that never done.
And to this day, it could still be.
Because what you're really doing is knocking down walls of fear.
Right.
Listen. You're walking down walls of fear that those before you may have thought, may have dreamed, but never actually did the work to do it. You know, so when you talking about Chris going out to LA, like I remember when he was going to the audition at the Marriott. Right? Going to Disney audition. Like, you know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? Like I've seen that journey from before, but you know, his mom and dad, they didn't live in fear, and they made that decision to take that young man to L.A. to allow something that God gifted him with to flourish, right?
And on top of that, they did other things to make sure he was good. Because I remember living in Orlando, and she'd be like, "We coming down and he playing baseball. We ain't playing. I got y'all covered. Don't worry about it. We going to Disney World. Y'all we doing our thing." And she actually made sure
like that, right? We all, you know what I mean? Like those who are first to do it, like it's a fearlessness, but it's a fear. Because the fear is failure.
Exactly.
Right? And so it's you gotta be
real.
Resilient when what you're trying to do, and you gotta be ready to accept the hard that comes with it.
And we gotta keep
it's
elevating.
Hard doing it. Like
Yep. We gotta keep elevating.
Being an entrepreneur for over 10 years is hard. Right? When you were saying first time businesses start open and it collapsed in 2 years, like and people are looking at you and you're just like, how did you do it? You know what I mean? But it's a lot of failure in that.
It's a lot of work.
You see that longevity, it's a lot of failure.
And if you're the first person doing it, your help doesn't come from them here. It comes from outsiders.
You gotta let your guard down.
You gotta put our head together. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put your head together with other people that's not gonna judge you if you fail because they know what it feels like. But when you the first at everything, when you know what I'm saying, it's like you just want to keep trying because you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? And then you be in a house and then you going through that, like he said, like he ain't by himself. And I'm a woman saying, like I went through that same thing and we still striving for greatness.
Embrace that, man. The successful you will be.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And that's the decision I made, man. I made a decision like ain't no going back.
Oh, come on.
Right? When I made that decision, and then I made a young mistake by, you know what I'm saying, conceiving a child. Which,
ain't no young mistake. Whatever, it's cool.
Really
it's okay.
What I experienced, right? I experienced something that I didn't want to happen for me, and I went after it, right? You know what I mean? And the same thing now, like I go after wanting to be a good person every day. Every day I wake up, like I go after wanting to be a good person.
Be kind.
Every day.
Treat people
right. No matter what's going on, no matter what's the world, like I make the intentions when I open my eyes to be a good person, right? So on my screensaver, I have this thing, it's a discipline. I read this every day. Discipline is not about feeling motivated every day. It's about showing up and putting in the work no matter what. So I read this every morning. When I turn that alarm off, I read it, right? And I say my prayers and I get up intentionally on trying to be a good person every day. Because everything else, you can adjust to the day. You know what I mean? But you set the tempo on who you are.
You show up.
You want to do,
get up in the morning. Yeah.
Get up.
Get up.
You get up. Once you get up and you let the world know.
Up and at 'em. Up and at 'em, baby.
That there, man, it's one, two. You know what I mean? Like, it's not easy. It's hard. It's hard, right? But those who really want it, they accept the hard. You know?
Correct.
LeBron said it. If it's easy, it's not working. And that's one of the things I realized. Like, just put your head down and grind. Hard work and dedication. That's the only way to get what you want.
This is a question. I don't know if y'all have, if you have a huge circle, because I know you're busy, all the time or whatever. And it goes back to what these men were talking about. Do you have a male friend that checks on your mental health? Or how you show up for each other? Do you have that?
Yeah, me and my friends were really... Yeah, we're really close, and we're all like, cause that's like my school, they kind of like promote that.
Okay.
And having like, and we have this, I go to like predominantly white school.
Okay.
And we have like a club. It's called the BSU club.
Okay, what does that stand for?
Black Student Union.
Black Student Union. Okay.
And
good. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure because he said predominantly. I'm like, oh, what's BS? Because they got it at Central VPA, and I'm like, Black Student Union. Okay, so it is.
We just had one meeting. They're just like, find that person that you can talk to about this, whether it's a teacher, a student. Just find that person who you can talk to, who won't judge you, who'll listen, even if, because sometimes you just need a person to listen.
That's it.
So me and my friends just kind of took that. So we always just make sure each other's good, make sure just make sure everybody's mental right. And then I took that and just like, even like random people in my class, if I see they're down, because people go through things and we don't know. So I just always try to like have a smile on my face at school. If I see somebody doing something wrong to somebody, I kind of like try to address that to make sure I just try to make everybody around me feel good. So yeah, my friends, we make sure each other are good.
Keep that.
Yeah.
Keep that.
Awesome. Check up on each other all the time.
Keep and keep promoting as an individual. Be a leader in that aspect.
Yeah.
Because you people going through a lot, and like you said, you don't know what people are going through, and with everything that you have going on and that you're doing, the fact that you're focused on that, that's a good place for you to be, especially because you're leveling up. All right. Yeah. You're not going to stop. You're going to keep leveling up. And so as you promote that or whatnot, that's what you want around you. I don't care if you got a girlfriend that wants to come be your girlfriend or something. You want to keep around that's what you want around you. Yeah. Right? No matter what. And that's what you promote because you have siblings and they're looking at you. You know what I'm saying? So I love that. Do you have that?
Yes. Friends. I do have friends, but it's only one person.
That's
one person. Well, I say two.
Okay.
The father figure.
You struggle with that every time. It's like a tongue. Father figure. We got you, baby.
Father figure in my life and my mom. I can.
Okay.
But it's really strong with my mom because, like my dad, my real dad. He's been in prison. He still is. So like.
Oh, okay.
He's been in prison since I was maybe like 2, I believe. So, I really ain't have no father figure in my life, not until maybe I'm 9, 10 years old. So I'm really like a mama's boy. So my mama understands.
And that was like off and on though, kind of, right? Okay. Yeah, so it's your mom.
Yeah.
Okay. So you ain't got like, male, so no homeboys, nothing like that. Y'all don't have those type of conversations.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do, cause we like I keep going back to him. Like we all young Black African male want to make it in life. Like we all have goals, and we all want support each other and stuff, and check up on each other. Okay. So yeah, I definitely have friends that call, check up on me, and I can call and check up on them. So
now, even for you, be a leader in that aspect. They're not all at this table, but they might not hear this dialogue, until I release it, or even if they even listen to. You know what I mean? So I'm just promoting that for you guys. Just be great, stay great, surround yourself around that greatness. Keep these conversations in. You know what I'm saying? So people get a lot of times people talk and they might not know because they haven't been exposed, and so they think it's what they're saying is actually right, but because you've been exposed and you allowed yourself to surround yourself in different rooms with people, you're able to see like, I know somebody that, men do that. No, you know what I mean? Especially, I'm just speaking as a woman, but these men are the ones, I'm not a man, so I cannot tell you, I can only facilitate, you know what I mean? But these men, I let them tell you, Dr. Kara, just, it's okay to say I love you. It's okay to give a hug and get a hug. Those things are okay. You know what I'm saying? So
I say to both of you guys, man, those are things that I would encourage you guys to continue to do in all aspects of what you're doing as young men, with your teammates, because you guys both struggle with things throughout the season, from what I've read from both of you guys. And one of your teammates are going to go through that same struggle this coming season, right? So what did you learn from those moments that you just had? right? How do you help someone else overcome that you are going to see in their face? Because we all been there as athletes. Like, we know when the struggle is happening.
Yeah.
How can you help them? Because as you help them, you're helping yourself.
Yeah.
You know, so use those lessons of what you guys endured this last year, and as you guys more into this coming season, take those things in the hands and a betterment of communication with yourself to make sure that you can go help those others. You know what I mean? And watch how better your leadership skills will get when you do those little things and you look up and all your teammates be like, I really want to be around this guy. You know what I mean? Because you care. We all like to be around others that care for us. You know, we actually think someone genuinely care, we'll go and lay all that on the line for you. You know, so
and you know what it
make
feels
sure
like
you
to
guys
be
check it
down.
out. Yep.
So when you know it, it's like treat people like you want to be treated.
Yep.
If you know what it feels like, and then you heard us and how we talk about, you know, ourselves with you guys, you know, just be mindful, practice mindfulness, take time and live in the moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, that's what humbles you though. That's
Good.
what humbles you, knowing that you don't have it all figured out.
You don't. None of us.
Yeah. So
Ever.
it definitely
Ever.
it definitely like it helps you and it humbles you. It becomes it makes you become a better person. Like it's just all a process at the end of the day. Just trust the process.
If sports were taken from you right now, what you gonna do?
Me? I feel like maybe help people.
Like, who would you be?
Maybe I was thinking about what if I'd be like a therapist, you know, for athletes, you know, because, you know, like I said, like I went through depression, not playing, like wanting to play, wanting to be that guy.
Wanting to quit, wanting to do because you ain't.
Yeah, like.
So you want to find a way to help other people.
I'll be making sure he going to a rep camp.
No, I've been
as a mentor. I would be forcing you because you're already doing it. And you already found something that you love to do.
And guess
So
what? It's business.
While I said A1, yeah, we're gonna make sure we go to school and get our degree in this psychology. But you're going to school, you gonna go over here and be doing this rep training, right? Because you're gonna stay around what you love. And guess what you can do on the court? You know what make ref so good? When the ref can come talk to you like, come on, young man. When he had that little moment, that little 10-second moment.
Yeah.
That's psychology work. So if I'm in your world, we gonna go to school, but you going over here too, right? Because sometimes we just need direction. And you telling me that, I'll be like, nah, we're gonna direct you into that field. Because until you really know what you're doing, I got to put you on a path that'll be to success.
That you already know.
Tell you what you love. You love sports, right? So me listening to you, that's what I tell you.
Yeah, and being a pro just ain't playing the game. Like the refs are pros, the coaches are pros. Like
they get paid good, man. The refs work a couple months out of the year, man. They travel for free.
Yeah. Chris, what about you? If acting and sports was taken from you, what would you do? Who would you be?
That's a good question. I mean, honestly, don't know. I feel like I would definitely want to help people, like he said, because, you know, I'm so thankful for all the people who've helped me, like, along my path. So I would definitely try to stay around it, but in a different way. Like, kind of how you're saying, like, he could ref, do that. I would definitely want to stay around acting and... Because that's kind of like...
if acting was gone, but you would just try to figure out something with that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
directing, screenwriting.
Yep.
So the reason...
Even right now, I'm trying to...
It's just basically like you helping the person, like you helping people, like the other side that you couldn't figure out. Like you helping people.
That's
the side
parenting.
they couldn't figure out.
Yeah.
Most parents guide kids into areas that they were weak in.
Interesting.
Facts.
So interesting. Let me tell you, because I'm Angel, y'all. Everything I do is on purpose. I purposely asked that, so I want y'all to keep in mind and practice mindfulness of if things are gone, what are you gonna do, right? That's what I want you to think about. If you're not sure, think about it. And think about what you know how to do and what you like to do. I might not be the perfect this and that, but you know what? I'm gonna find a way to do this. You know, I'm with Will. You said, I'm not sure, I try to help people. You already know how to do things.
Yeah.
Utilize. When I got hurt my freshman year and bust both my bursa sacs as
That's
a
what they
freshman,
don't tell us. We already
you know
know
what
how
I'm
to do
saying?
things, man.
You already. I knew
Tap
that I
into
had
that.
I knew I had a passion for criminal justice. Like to watch the police and everything. I never went to school undecided, right? So when I got hurt freshman year and everything, I wasn't even supposed to go to college and play sports. My doctor didn't want me. I was too many injuries. Got hurt, and my breathing had me in the hospital, right? But it was okay because I already knew it was gonna be easy for me to get my degree because this is it's a passion that I have. I already know how to do it. I'm not gonna fail. I don't pay to fail. Yeah. And I knew when I got my master's, man, I'm in classes with sergeants and lieutenants and everything else. I'm eating them up in dialogue because that's what I like to do. You like to ref and you love basketball, right?
Yeah.
So guess what? You already know the game.
Know it.
Now you get to help other people. You ain't got everybody's not the best player, man. Sometimes it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Being a coach, you gotta. Steve Kerr wasn't the number one player. He hit that three in the corner and they won the championship or whatever, but he's better at coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been on set so much, you done found the gist in something else. So if you get tired of it or it don't work out, hell, guess what? You finna start directing.
Right. Go be an acting coach.
Yeah, there you go. And when you say you didn't make, what do you say?
Go for our talent scout.
Yeah, and what did he say? He said I got declined those roles or whatever. Guess what? You finna teach somebody else how to get those roles.
Screenwriter.
You know what I'm saying? It's and I asked that because I want y'all don't put your eggs in one basket. The stuff that you know how to do, keep doing it, right? And apply it to what you're doing.
What you good at, you enhance it. What you weak at, you get better.
Don't stop it. You know what I mean? And I wanted to make sure I asked that question so that you can think and see, so we can see what your answers were, and then how we can help you elaborate. And now the next time somebody asks you, don't rush your answer. One thing I tell kids and tell people, don't force nobody to rush you for your answer. If you need time, now let me think about that for a second. Mm-hmm. Right? Gather your thoughts. Gather your thoughts. Because that one wrong answer could be a problem for a whole lot.
Oh my God.
But if you sit there and you take your time and think and you piece together the things in your mind, your response gonna come. I've asked questions here and the men have answered first, but because you were able to dialogue and think about it in your head, y'all have been able to piggyback and add to their dialogue. And specific questions I asked them first because you're so young, and by them giving their answers, it can help you understand what the question is so you can get your dialogue ready. You understand?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to prepare you. That's it. Life skills is what I do now. I'm just here to help. You know, I want y'all to be great. Dr. Carl, do you got any specific questions you want to ask? We're going to wrap up here soon.
You know, I don't. I think I just want to make myself available for these gentlemen. Should they need, anybody to talk to, anything to work through, Angel, you can give them my information. I'm always available.
Yes, young people, mentorship is one of my components for Martha's Angels. Dr. Carl works close with me. However we can help. A simple call. Chris, you can James, you can call me. When you got stuff going on, just reach out because it's so huge. Do you believe in therapy?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, believe in therapy and everything, and everybody believes in everybody. And guess what? Therapy ain't the same for everybody.
It's not.
Dr. Carl, can you give us some information about therapy just so these kids and anybody that's listening can know, because it's so looked down upon.
And I don't know why.
So go ahead, boss.
The notion that it's looked down upon is most cases passed down from generations before this one. In its views, everybody needs therapy. Everybody has something that they need to work through that is somehow showing up in every area of their life and causing them to not be their absolute best. And therapy is simply just that. It's a way to your therapist should come up with a roadmap to get you from where you are right now to how to a place to where you're your best self, operating at your highest level, in all areas. And I think that everybody should want that. But again, it breaks down to how we started the conversation with being honest and knowing, hey, this is not okay. And once you're able to identify the areas that you're not your best at, getting with somebody, a therapist or a counselor who can help you identify those areas and create a roadmap for your treatment plan, so to speak, on how to get you to be the very best. Because everybody should want to operate at 100. That is an option. People say you can never be perfect. You can get to your 100 every time. And to your point earlier, I meant to say, whenever you walk into the room, It's how you combat imposter syndrome. Walk in knowing that I'm the absolute best at what it is that I can do.
Yep.
That's it.
Best at what I do. So therapy can help you get there. And like I said, I'm available. You can get my information from Angel. And even if I'm not the best for you, I can find you the best person for you.
Yep.
Man. And we're going to wrap it up. I just want to say this because I put it in my notes to make sure I said it out loud. And we mentioned on it, we touched on it earlier. Never forget this. Your mental health is not a weakness. It's your foundation. Okay? And that's how you guys are going to function. You're allowed to feel, heal, and ask for help because strength isn't about silence. It's about showing up for yourself. Mm-hmm. And we mentioned that earlier. Will mentioned that earlier. So I want to make sure everybody, just remember that, you know what I mean? And it's okay to seek help. It's okay to be vulnerable with those select people. Like you said, you got to find somebody that you can trust. Surround yourself around those people. The people that you have been surrounding yourself around that's gotten you thus far, make sure you stick with them. And remember, being exposed in rooms like this, we have help. You know what I mean? Especially like you're here, you're in St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? He's here, you know what I mean? Dr. Kara's here. You're not alone, you know what I'm saying? And Chris, you're never alone. You know what I mean? You're a phone call. Your mom makes a phone call quick. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's very imperative that y'all just keep doing what you're doing and just be mindful. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When you walk in a room, just be the best you can be. You don't have to be like me, Mike, Will, Dr. Carr. You don't have to be like anybody. You can only be Chris. Yep. You can only be James, Will, Mike. I can only be Angel. I can't be nobody else. And I don't care if I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody might think, oh, they want me to be like that. Unfortunately, I am who I am. And remember what I always tell you, your name and your character is all you have.
That's it.
Your name and your character is all you have. That's it. And are you an asset or are you a liability? We talked about it earlier.
Any and
everything. Go ahead, Dr. Carr, real quick. Go ahead.
Chris, I met him only like once or twice in real life, but his Instagram had got hacked a while ago, and I got a message saying, "Hey, can you send me like $20? I need help." I'm like, "Absolutely, I can." But I was like, you know what? Let me check this.
Wait, who? What? Chris?
The actor.
Yeah.
You got hacked.
You got hacked?
Oh wow.
I don't know. I don't run it. My mom runs my Instagram. So
I got hacked, and I had I don't think this is real. But I don't think this is real. But I had your back, though. I had your
back. Because he came in town for the college and career development thing. Yeah. I did Q&A. I did a Q&A session. Yeah. So I allowed the kids, Martha's Angel. I allowed the kids to do professions that they were interested in, and then I brought professionals from those areas in to speak. And so the questions were by the kids, and I just facilitated. And I asked the questions. Kids wanted to know, how's it feel, or is he still able to be a kid? He's like, yeah, I still go to school. I get my grades. I gotta go to bed. I get up. The best thing about it is I get to travel to places I wasn't able to go. I still play baseball. You know what I'm saying? So he was able to answer those questions. Dr. Carl was there because people wanted to know about therapy side and people that wanted to study that. Right. And I had Speedy was there because they wanted to know about police. Yeah, because she a detective. I had Deidre Dace there, Deidre Murky, talking about being a nurse or whatever. My friend flew in from Virginia. She retired after 20 years in the military, and she's 38 years old.
She was cold in basketball too.
Shoot. Oh, that's Deidre. Deidre was Speedy. All three of us, look, everybody. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the next person I would love to have come here off season is Jordan. Just Jordan coaching at Michigan.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when kids have these questions, and those are rooms that we're gonna put you in because somebody's looking at you and they want to know how you did it. Yeah. It's a lot of kids who parent can't just up and go to LA and move, It's a lot of kids who can't afford football who don't and they looking for coaches that really care, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I like to do when we open it up. So I want to thank y'all for coming. I appreciate y'all for being a part of this episode, this bonus episode before we even start season 5. It ain't even ready, it ain't even thought about. But we had to put something out for mental health, athletes, males, things that I've been listening and seeing. But y'all already know before we leave, everybody got to say, good people, good people.
Good people, good people.
Will said he going to start. James, go ahead. Give me a good people, good people.
Good people, good people.
Well, ain't that cool?
Right.
Go ahead, Chris.
Good people, good people.
All right. Go ahead, Mike.
Good people, good people.
See, Mike must have been on the show.
Good people, good people. Good people, good people.